Lok Sabha elections are coming up, and you already know that the first phase of polling has been already done and the second phase is due by tomorrow. And in all these circumstances, what we are seeing that political parties are making allegations on each other regarding tax, regarding the population, regarding various things. And in all these discussions, tax has become a major issue. And this time we have come up with the inheritance tax. Hello everyone, welcome to the new series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about inheritance tax and what is the controversy around Sam Pitroda's remarks over the inheritance tax. So moving towards the points of discussion, and this discussion is important for your GS 3 perspective. So the first of all we are going to discuss the news, then we'll have a background of the tax, that what is the background, and then we are going to discuss what are the ways to tax wealth, like wealth tax or gift tax, and what are different ways, and then what are different type of taxes in India. It means the type of taxes which are levied on the wealth or income, and then experiences elsewhere. So in this session we are going to discuss that how the taxing the rich has become a declining phenomena and what is the current scenario. After that we are going to discuss practice question for prelims. Before that you have to like, share and subscribe to the Drishti IAS channel. Moving towards the news part. So Sam Pitroda, who is the chairman of Indian Overseas Congress, has made a statement yesterday which went viral, and so many allegations made on the Congress party by the BJP. But we don't have to go to the what is the controversy and why this particular thing is into the discussion. Our main focus is that what is inheritance tax, is it worth for India or not. So after his statement, this particular whole scenario has been developed and so many allegations happened. So what was the statement? We have to look for the statement because this is very crucial for your examination, and it's in order to understand the inheritance tax, the importance of inheritance tax, not just in India but also in the world arena. It's very important to know about the what is the statement given by the Sam Pitroda. So Sam Pitroda has said that in America they have a law which is that the rich are taxed, and that is called as an inheritance tax. It means that if any person is dying who is a millionaire or billionaire, then his property or her property will be 55% taken by the government and 45% will be given to the legal heirs of that particular person. So such kind of laws are not existent in India. But Sam Pitroda has not said that this is mandatory for the India and government should think about this. He just said that such kind of laws are not existent in India. So this was the statement, and he had also given the background about the America, and we can see that how this particular statement has become a part of discussion. So that's why we have chosen this topic. And after his statement, PM Modi also attacked on him and the Congress party, and then Congress party also distanced themselves from the Sam Pitroda remarks, that why he had given such kind of remarks. So this is the brief news. Then coming to the next one, which is the background. So what is the purpose of the tax, especially the inheritance tax? So the basic purpose is that in order to remove the inequalities, economic inequalities, the inheritance tax is required. And especially in a country like India, inheritance tax are required because here the income and what you can say wealth is based on the caste basis. And what we have seen that generally those people belonging to the upper strata have high wealth. On the other hand, the people belonging to the lower strata have low wealth. So in this scenario, the people have already assets, they must be taxed in order to bring the income equality. So this is the purpose that inheritance tax are needed. So first of all, why this tax is levied in different parts of the world and in the country, in order to bring the economic inequality or what you can say income equality. So this is the purpose. And in India, we did have inheritance tax in the form of wealth tax and also in the form of state duty. And it was introduced in 1953. At that time, Congress was in the session and Congress was in the India, and there was a government of Rajiv Gandhi, and there was also the wealth tax and gift tax. And wealth tax was abolished in 2015 and gift tax was abolished in 1998. And on the other hand, state duty also got abolished in what you can say 1985. So this was the scenario. So whenever there will be the question that in India we do not have such kind of inheritance taxes, we do have inheritance taxes. And after the 1985, after the abolition of gift tax and wealth tax, the discussion never stopped. In 2019, what we have seen that Arun Jaitley, who was the then finance minister, has casually discussed about this wealth tax and inheritance tax in 2019 and also in a budget session. And there was also a discussion about that the super rich should be taxed. And in US also what we have seen that they have planned that a minimum 25% tax on taxpayer with wealth of $100 million. And France has also declared, and Brazil had also declared in G20 declaration that they are going to tax super rich by July. So this is the scenario which is happening all over the world, that countries are planning to tax the super rich in order to bring the income equality. So this is the background, and in India we did have inheritance tax. Then we come to ways to tax wealth. So what are the ways to tax wealth? So the first is on the basis of income, and the second on the basis of assets. It means that first is the running income. It means that how much you are generating till now, and the one is the asset, that if you have got such kind of the property and wealth in your generation, and what you can say your previous generation has acquired this much of assets and wealth for you. So these are the two forms of the ways in which the tax are imposed. So these are the what you can say the things in which first is on the running money and the second is on the asset which has been acquired by an individual or a family. And the Biden administration has also proposed legislation for a 25% for the full income. We had already discussed, and this is the way these ways that all countries also follow, that they tax on the income and they also tax on the assets and wealth acquired by a particular family or a particular what you can say individual. Then we come to the taxes in India. So with the abolished tax, which has a threshold of rupees 1 lakh, and it has also progressive rates from 500 to 40% tax. It means that it depends upon the income, but threshold is the 1 lakh. And I had already discussed that Arun Jaitley had also made this kind of the statement that other countries have this kind of facility, that in order to bring more welfare state, in order to focus on the socialist state or welfare state, the super rich tax or super rich give their wealth to the what you can say hospital, educational institutions, to the government institution, in order to bring the income equality, in order to have stability in the country. But in India we do not have such kind of the facility, and Narendra Modi government announced the abolition of wealth tax and its replacement with the surcharge of super rich in the budget 2015-16. So whatever we are discussing about the inheritance tax or wealth tax, this is not a new discussion to the India. Suddenly so many people are making allegation that this has become a new thing in order to garner the votes. But wealth tax, inheritance tax, gift tax are always a part of Indian economic system, and they are always into the discussion. And the gift tax also abolished because the purpose of these tax was that why these kind of taxes were introduced. So the VP Singh government has said that the purpose is not fulfilled. And why the purpose is not fulfilled at that time? Because so many people use different kind of method for tax evasion, and that is not fulfilling the purpose. On the other hand, the VP Singh has also cited that the wealth tax and inheritance tax sounds like a dual punishment to the rich. It means that if they are living, they are giving the wealth tax, and after their death they have to pay the state duty. So this is a double taxation and it feels like punishment to them. So that's why these particular inheritance tax and state duty got abolished. So this was the purpose and this was the reason that why this particular thing got abolished. Then coming to the next one, experience elsewhere. So I already had discussed about that, what was the purpose and why this particular wealth tax and inheritance tax got abolished in India. So when we talk about that, what was the experience elsewhere? So according to the IMF data, it has been seen that there's a declining state, that the countries are not taxing the super rich, and if they are taxing, they are finding another methods to for the tax evasion, like the promotion of shell companies and different kind of, they are moving abroad, they are going to the other countries. So these kind of the things they are adopting in order to, what we have seen, that income inequality is rising day by day in the countries, especially in developing countries, especially in countries like India, where there is a huge gap between the rich and poor. So what these phenomena is sounding like? So this phenomena is sounding like that if you are not taxing the rich, the income inequality will be the widen up. So in order to bring a more socialist state, more welfare state, taxing rich is the only solution, and this can be a very welcoming step. And the IMF data also shows that Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, earlier they used to have a phenomena like 12 OECD countries have this wealth kind of thing, but right now it has only 3 countries, Switzerland, Spain and Norway, which have levied wealth tax in their country. So this is a declining form, and this is not a good sign for a democratic country, for a welfare state. Many times people are also giving the counter argument that if they have earned a lot of money, then they have right to transfer all those money and all those assets to their children. Yes, they do have right to that. But sometimes these kind of arguments are also used to make a country capitalist in nature, and this is not a sign of a welfare state. So this is also kind of thing, and people are also allaying that if you will tax the super rich, they will lose the tendency to invest more, they will lose the tendency to earn more. But this is not the counter argument present for the welfare state. So when we talk about the India's economic condition and India's economic scenario, where there is a huge gap between the upper strata and rich strata, where some are getting richer day by day and some are getting poor day by day, and they are also adopting the tax evasion methods. They are not paying the taxes whatever the income is. So all these things are creating economic inequality. There is a huge economic problem and financial crisis in the country. So in order to bring all these things, the solution should be found out by the government of this country. Moving to the question part. The question is, consider the following statement regarding the inheritance tax, and the first statement is it is an attempt to reduce economic disparity, and the second one is it is levied on the market value of all immovable property only. Here they are asking the not correct statement, so kindly answer in the comment section. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries to this session, kindly ask in the comment section. Thank you and all the best for your examination.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.